Hey everyone, it's Danielle. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Dice City. This is a dice game where you'll be gathering resources to buy cards from the location deck, which is here. And you're basically trying to optimize your city so that you get at least 50 points by the end of the game. In the back of the rule book, there are the solo variant rules. But basically, it says you take 15 turns and then the game will end. And yes, in order to win, you must score 50 VP or more. And if you manage to beat it, then you can increase the score to beat by 5 VP next time you play. So it really is just beat your own score in that case. I've gone through the setup already. The location deck is 60 cards. You'll put out 8 cards, a row of 4 and another row of 4, and then you'll place out the regular army, the quarry, the mine, and lumber mill decks. And these are all decks of the same kind of cards. So lumber mills, these are all the same cards. The mines all look the same, blah, blah, blah. The cost of these cards are on the top right, and then the type of the card is on the top left. The ability on the location card itself is the text you see in the card, and on the bottom left, that is a defense value, and the bottom right is how many victory points you'll get at the end of the game using this card on your city. So the idea is that you'll buy these location cards and you'll replace any of the locations with that card here. If there was already a card on this board, you would simply just discard that and put the new card down where you want it to go. You'll see militia on the board. Personally, for some reason, I just don't bother with the armies, but militias allow you to add power to your army, and you can actually utilize it to defeat bandits. And if you have at least 3 power, you can get 2 VP. If you have at least 4 power, you get 3. If you have 5, you get 4. So you just increase your VP depending on how many armies you have. Like I said, personally, I don't use armies. I find that more to be more on the multiplayer side when you play Dice City. But there might be a strategy I'm completely missing when it comes to playing with the armies. In addition to the location cards you can purchase, you can also spend resources to get a trade ship. And there's going to be one available for me to purchase. So at most I could get 20 plus 10 plus 5, so that's 50 points. I'm sorry, 35 points that I could get from these cards. You'll notice that these already have printed locations on it. These will all typically help you gain resources or increase your army. The blue ones say re-roll this die, so you can re-roll it and then replace it. And the placement of the dice is very easy. So I do want to go through that real quick. And anyway, that's part of the setup. And that's the final part of the setup that I have yet to do. So you'll each, as the only player in the game, you'll get 1 die per color. So you have a total of 5 dice. So you roll it. And then match the color and the value of the die. So this is a red 2. So you're going to the column 2. The row red, and where it meets, you'll place the die there. You'll continue to do this with the other dice. All right, so it looks like we're ready to go. Now you can take your turn. So your turn will consist of utilizing all your dice in some way. So the first way you can use it is just by removing a die from a location and just following the ability on that location. So this one says get lumber. So I am going to do that. I will use this die and get lumber. And I'll place it right here in my supply. I'll put it here actually. And then you could use any of your dice in any order. So I'll just say I use this one. And then it says get I don't even know what that is. Stone, I guess. Stone. Okay. And then I'll use this yellow die to say get 1 victory point. And I'm going to track my victory points using a life tracker. So I have 1 right now. And then militia says add 1 to your army. At minimum, I'll need 3 to even do anything. So this right now is not helpful. But another thing you can do, instead of actually using this die, what I could do is actually discard it and move another die to an adjacent location on the same row of that die. But let me think which one I would want to discard. I think right now I'll probably want to discard this die and move this over here because it has to be on the same row and adjacent to where this was. So this was here, so I could move it to the cave or the traveler. I'll move it to the cave and I'll gain this coal. So now I have 3 resources that I can use to buy something from the location deck. And right now, looks like I can buy maybe this one. I'll buy the bazaar with my lumber and the coal. And now I can place this wherever I like. I'll place it on one of the army. And this one allows me to place a deactivation token, which looks like this, to get one of each of these resources. And I won't be able to use this again until I reactivate this location. And I could easily reactivate a location on a future turn by discarding a die, not using its location effect, discarding it directly just to remove a deactivation token from a location. Alright, so now that I've completed my turn, I roll the dice again. And a note about the resources, at the end of your turn, you can only have one of each type of resource. So if I had like 2 of these, I would have to just discard one. Alright, let's see what we get. Lots of 4s. Okay. Now that that's done, we have to figure out what to do with the locations. So as you remember, the location deck, we drew out 8 cards, a row of 4 up here and a row of 4 here. You always just discard all the cards that were on the second row, pull the first row down, no matter how many cards there are, and you draw 4 new cards. And that's how you do it in the solo mode. In the multiplayer mode, as soon as a card is taken from here, you would replace it immediately, but that is not the case in solo. You don't replace it immediately, you wait till the end of the turn, discard all of the second row cards, pull down the first row cards, draw 4 new ones. Now you have, you'll always have 4 at the top, and you may or may not have 4 at the bottom, depending if you bought anything from the top row on your last turn. Okay, so now we will take our turn again, and these turns are quick. Like, this game goes by pretty fast when you play solo. So let's see, I think I'll gain some resources, so I will use this. I'll place the deactivation token on it. I'll gain the lumber, the stone, and the coal. I don't know if that's what those are called, but that's fine. And then I'll re-roll this die for the traveler. It's a 2, nice. I think that might work. I'll get 2 lumber, and then I'll get 2 victory points, so I'm at 3. So I have 3 lumber, 2 of the stones, and 1 of these. So I think I can purchase this lumber mill, which I'll place here using 2 of these. And then I'll also purchase this quarry using 2 of these. I'll put it here. Then I have these 2 resources left, which I currently cannot spend. So I'll just keep it because I can. I can keep 1 of each resource, don't forget. All right. So just making sure I've done everything I could, and I think that I did. This all gets discarded. Pull this down. And roll the dice. And I think technically you're supposed to roll the dice and then refill, but that's okay. I don't think the order technically matters here when you're playing solo. Alright. Think right off the bat, let's re-roll this. Another 4. Let's reroll it. A 1. Okay, so it looks like we'll get a lot of resources here, which is helpful. So we'll get 2 lumber, 2 stones, 1 coal. Alright, so we have some things we could do. We have 2 of each of these, so we could buy a trade ship, which lets us get 5 victory points at the end of the game. So we'll buy that. And then I'll keep this kind of under my board, just so I remember. And I don't think I can buy another one, so let me just put this face down. Okay. So with that, we'll discard the bottom row. And draw 4 new cards for the locations. Then we'll roll. Put the 6, 5, 1, 1, 5. Oh, 6. Okay. I think I'll get the 2. 1, 2. And then I don't really care about the army here. But what do I need? Yeah, I'll just use this to remove this deactivation token, and then I'll gather these resources. So I could spend 1, 2 on the stables, and I'll put that on the reroll. And this one says move 1 of your unused dice to any location on this row. And then I'll spend these 2, I think, on another bazaar. And I will get that here. Okay. Oh, did I not get this? I think I did. Let's say I did. I think I did. But would I have spent it? So I got this. And I got that. Did I have one of those before? I don't think so, actually. I think I do gain one. Okay. Anyway. Let's hope I'm right. That's what happens when you play alone. You're stuck just trusting your own memory. Cool. So, I'll use this to move this over here, and I'll just gather these resources. I'll gain 1 VP, gain 1, gain 1 of these, and gain 2 lumber. Okay, so let's see. I think the lumber I'll use to buy a lumber mill. I'll put that here. Now I'll spend these 2 on a mine. Put that there. And then I'll spend these 2 on a cemetery. Discard the bottom row. And roll. Cool. So I will so I'll get 2 and then 1 of those. Double. Yeah, I'll try to get as much resources as I can at this point, I think. I'm going to move this. Discard this to move here. Then I'll get 2 of those stones. And then I'll get 2 of the coal. And then I'll just spend these to get a mine and then a quarry. All right. Rolling. I'll use the traveler die right away. Reroll this die. There we go. Okay, that's not useful. So if I use cemetery, use the ability of any location on this row. I think that's good. I'll go ahead and do that and use the quarry. I'll use this. It says move one of your unused dice to any location on its row. I'll move it here to get 2 lumber. Actually, I'll get it. I'll move it here to get 1 coal. I'll get 2 lumber. I'll get 1 lumber. And I'll be able to get a great wall. Actually, I don't need the great wall. So anything that has like, so this says other cards on this row have +2. It's not really useful for me because solo, I don't think it matters about the defense. But I do get 3 points at the end of the game, so actually it might be worth it. So I think I will. I'll pay the resource to get the great wall. I'll put it here. At least I get the 3 points at the end of the game. Then I have 3 lumber left. I'll use 2 for a lumber mill. I'll put that right here. Pull these down. Draw 4 new ones. And then rolling the dice. Okay. I'll activate this. Get 1 of each resource. And then I'll get 2 victory points. This brings me to 6. I'll get this. And then I'll get this for lumber. Alright, so I could buy I could do town hall, which says use the ability of any location in your city. That's always helpful. Put that here. Okay. I like this game because it's just very, like, simple. I mean, there's definitely some thinking involved, but I mean, I guess it helps that I don't use the armies very much unless it really makes sense for me to. But anyway, I'll discard this to deactivate the bazaar, to remove the deactivation token, and then I'll gain a victory point. Brings me to 7. I'll gain a lumber. I'll gain 2 stone. gain 2 lumber. And at this point, hopefully I can get something pretty good. But I don't have any coal, so that's not great. Maybe I'll just get another quarry. And then use all of these to get lumber mills. So get lumber mill here, and then lumber mill here. I think that makes sense. Okay, I'm definitely going to deactivate this. And then I can use cemetery, use the ability of any location on this row. I'll use this to get 2. Use this to get 2 lumber. Use this to get 2 coal. Use this to get 2 lumber. Let's see. I'll do 1, 2, this, and buy a merchant guild. And I'll place that on here because it says I could deactivate this, and it says for each harvest location on this row, get 1 resource of the type that each such location produces, and that's like all of these harvest cards. Okay. And then I have these left, which is perfect to get another merchant guild. And I'll put it here. All right. Discarding. Rolling. 2, 4, 4, 3, 5. All right, so let's re-roll this die for Traveler. 2. I'll use this, deactivate it, get 1 of each. Get victory points, so I'm at 9. I'll get 2, and then 1 of those. I think I will upgrade a mine, and then could upgrade to a quarry. You know what? I'll upgrade this one, and then I have these 2 left, which I think maybe I will do the training camp. Put it here. Whatever. Yep, that's fine. Gets me a point. Okay. Discard. Hopefully I get these trade ships. We'll see. Can I get 3 of these? I don't know. So with this cemetery, I can use the ability of any location in this row. I'll use that, and I'll get 2 quarries. I'll get 2 lumber. Not sure about that yet. I'll get 2 mines and 2 quarries. I'll use this to remove the deactivate token there. Just want to double check how the trade ships work. Alright, so the trade ships apparently you actually can get every time, so may have wasted some opportunities, but I'm going to do it this time. So it's not a limit. You just always you're supposed to have one card out, and you're supposed to just increase your thing. So I'm supposed to have plus 10 at this point because I just got one again, so I should be at 19. I have 2 of these. Now update this to Quarry. Okay. Alright, looks like we'll have one more turn after this. One more round, I guess. We'll see how many points we get. We didn't even use any of the guilds yet. Oh, finally. Okay. So, it says for each harvest location on this row, get 1 of each. So, get 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Do that. And this one gets me a victory point. This gets me a victory point. So I'm at 21. This gets me 2. And this doesn't do anything, but I'll use it to get rid of this deactivate token. So again, I could do another trade ship, get 5 points. I'm at 26. And then one more round. All right. 3, 5, 2, 5, 3. I think I'll go and use the cemetery. Put a deactivation token here. Get 1 of each. I'll move this. I'll discard this to move this here. Deactivate that and get the same tokens. And then I'll use this. It says usability of any location in your city. So I'll utilize this. And I'll get 1 of each of those. And then I'll get 2. And let's see. I'll be able to do the trade ship. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 points. So that's 46. And then I'll have 2 of these left, which I can upgrade. Actually, there's no point right now, but whatever. Because I thought it would give me a point, but it doesn't. So that's fine. And then that's it. We go to scoring. And then scoring is pretty straightforward. Let's see. So each player counts the VP tokens they have in front of them, which I have on my life counter, from trade ships and bandit cards. I've already included that in my life counter. And then you add the VP of all locations in their city, whether or not they're active or deactivated. Locations that have been discarded by building other locations on top of them are not considered to be part of the city. Okay, so I have 46 so far. So let's just add these up. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 17. So 46 plus 17 is 63. So that is my final score. So I guess I did end up winning. Hopefully I played by the rules. If I didn't, and you know I didn't, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, that was my solo playthrough of Dice City. This is a very fun game. Doesn't take up too much space. I was able to show everything I needed on this camera. I do find playing 2 players is more fun with the attacking aspect of it, because your locations might end up being attacked by your opponent, which could deactivate some of it. But yeah, overall very very fun game. It's very, you feel good and accomplished because you just like upgraded your entire city. But anyway, I will stop rambling. I appreciate you watching, and definitely leave a comment if you've played this before. If you have any suggestions on whether I should get the expansion for solo. I think there's an expansion or two for this game so far, but right now all I have is this base game, which I have been happy with so far. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you can to help me support this channel, and I'll see you guys around. Thanks.